Their presence in a Sydney suburb underscores the seriousness of a COVID outbreak that shows no signs of letting up.
To go to such extreme measures and bring in the army to help enforce lockdowns is really worrying, and it's a sign that the state government has lost control.
The New South Wales Police Force says it's been stretched across several COVID operations. That includes ensuring thousands of people are complying with stay-at-home health orders. That's why it requested the help of about 300 Australian Defence Force personnel.
It could be dropping care packages off to houses. It could be helping contact tracers. There are a myriad of roles and responsibilities that Defence said they will assist us and New South Wales Health.
But some community leaders in Sydney's West are worried about the impact of having military personnel in multicultural neighbourhoods.
Our community, about 60% of them, they were born overseas. The majority of them come from war-torn countries, a lot of refugees, so their experience with the army is not necessarily a good one. In Australia, the army is more symbolic. It's there as a measure of national defence. We're not used to seeing them on the streets.
There are some people who actually believe the state's latest approach to the outbreak doesn't go far enough and is confusing. For example, masks are not mandatory outdoors where I am right now, but they are in other parts of the city.
Now is not the time for compromise, for balanced lockdowns, for thinking about the economy, freedoms versus the health advice. Now is the time to act strongly to eliminate the virus from the Sydney community. This is probably our last chance.
Yet some parts of the city, including Bondi, face fewer restrictions than suburbs in Sydney's west, which health officials say account for most of the cases. Most people in those COVID hotspots can't leave their homes except for essential reasons, and many are not able to work.
Already we're hearing large cases of heartbreaking stories. Steve, they've ruined our lives. We can no longer afford to pay our mortgage, our rent. We can't work out. We're now skipping meals because our residents are one of the poorest residents in New South Wales.
State authorities say Australian Defence Force personnel will assist in operations across Sydney for 6 weeks, but could remain longer if needed with efforts to bring Sydney's outbreak under control. Navarro, CGTN, Sydney.